The Room Escape conferences.
Yes.
This was kind of requested that we discuss this a bit more, so here we are. As we had spoken about last week, Frank and I have attended 2 Room Escape conferences.
I think it's the 4th now. This is the 4th year.
Yeah. We spoke at 1.
Yeah.
We don't have time for it anymore. But I would go back. It's not that I'm against the Room Escape conference.
Yeah.
By all means, if you're new to the industry, go to the Room Escape conference.
It's definitely more helpful for someone new to the industry than someone who's been in it for years. Yeah. At this point.
But I guess what do our really kind of broken down takeaways from these and kind of what you're gonna get out of it. If you're getting into this industry and you really don't have much background experience, there is a massive wealth of info there.
Yeah.
Now, certain things
on every aspect of it, from permits to games and
yeah. Like I remember when we did the one with 5 Wits. And we walked out of this one and we were like, we wish we had sat in on half of this fire code stuff before we ever opened Morristown. Yeah. We learned it all the hard way.
Yeah.
So you can go to seminars and learn all about fire safety and fire codes. You can go to seminars and learn about puzzle structure. You can go to seminars and learn kind of very small basics of things like Arduino and Raspberry Pi and stuff like that.
How game masters should conduct themselves from everything from beginning to end, A to Z.
Now, having said that, we saw some really bad seminars too.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Mega Games.
I mean, that was
it was a seminar on Mega Games, and it was basically a seminar about a LARP.
Yeah, it was like one big commercial for their particular thing. It wasn't really helpful for Mega Games in general.
Not even.
Which we're always thinking about.
We do Mega Games.
Yeah.
Our corporate events are sometimes upwards of a couple hundred people.
Well, yeah, like we were just saying, the thing with the hospital was kind of a Mega Game.
So, it's like we've run Mega Games. There's some.
We walked out of that one.
Enjoyable things to. Yeah, we walked out of that.
Yeah, we walked out of that
seminar. So, you're going to find all different kinds of stuff. They have a showroom floor where there's always people selling stuff. I cringe every time I see someone buying things. Just because it's like you're buying a prop, you have no idea how this prop works, and as soon as it breaks on you, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Estevez. He bought a picture frame prop.
Mm-hmm. Just tell everybody how it works.
And it broke.
Spoiled everything.
It broke before they got it to the shop. So now it, I think, hangs in their lobby.
Interesting. I mean, I think it would be cool to kind of buy some of these props to reverse engineer.
At this point, I don't think they sell anything that we don't know how to.
Yeah.
There's
nothing on that showroom floor that we can't engineer.
Yeah,
but again, if we were just starting up, it would be good.
I mean, there are so many tutorials out there about how to build anything. I think we've talked about this at length now too. The technology's pretty accessible. Sorry.
Mike's leaving the camera.
I've had it. I quit. For the
Just drifting out as he talks.
No, but I mean, like, the technology's all there. So, I mean, like, it's pretty accessible now. So, I mean, you could just build your own stuff. But, I mean, it's... granted, you don't...
No, but it is always good to see something in person and be able to
that's what I like to do. I like to reverse engineer stuff just to see how it works.
So much of that stuff, even by year 2, was like, this is just archetype A, B, C, D, and that's all that's really there. And there's people selling games.
Yeah.
But if you're getting into this industry, in my opinion, for the right reasons, you're not buying anyone's game there. We'll start that war again, I guess. But
there's home games there. There's David and Lisa have their own booth.
Oh yeah, for promoting the blog. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's other things too. There was the thing with the scents that I really wanted to work. There's the thing that shoots the scents out. It's really for horror, but they put it.
Christina are actually talking about that on the right here. That for Freak Show, we got to get like cotton candy, popcorn.
See, that would be a good scent.
Morning dew.
They had some really nasty scents.
We should have used it for F5. Manure, corn.
I mean, they have those too. They had, oh my god, they had like the zombie dead scent that was just hideous. Probably very accurate, but not something I would want in my game, just because you don't want your customers vomiting. So you would cotton candy, popcorn. Yes, that would probably be pretty good. But we tried in Witch Hunt. We tried like that.
That little
the wooden. It's supposed to be the wooden musty kind of scent.
It smells all right, but I mean it dissipates after like 30
it's
seconds.
pretty quick. So it's like it's not. It turned out not to be worth it for us, but again, doesn't mean it's not worth it for other people. But they have little stuff like that at the conferences that is always interesting to look at.
Has anyone in our viewing audience been to a Room Escape conference yet? Comment below, let us know. I'd be interested to see what your opinions were. I know Brian watches a lot, and Brian obviously has been there because...
we met him there.
Yeah, and
And of course on YouTube we have all of our videos from when we went and roundtable discussions we had with people in all parts of the industry. So it's some really cool stuff to watch. You should definitely check that out as well.
Yeah, like we talked about, you're going to find that there's a ton of issues as far as the fact that we filmed all of it on our cell phones.
Right.
So there's days, there were days we were there where it was loud. It was so loud. But we got a lot of good content in there from a lot of different owners and a lot of different companies. The Room Escape conferences are held by a company called Transworld. They're very particularly haunt industry.
Yeah.
And also capitalizing on the escape room industry now. But you could kind of tell that their origins are all haunt.
Yeah. Well, that's the scent thing, the corpse scent. That's from the haunt industry.
Yeah, a lot of the booths at the showroom floor. And even some of the seminars are very haunt industry based. A lot of the speakers are haunt industry.
I went to one that was putting an escape room in your haunt.
Right.
Yeah, just to see how they...
It sounds like they all just kind of feed into one another. There's just a lot of homogeny going on, so that's cool.
One hand washes the other to a degree in those. And let's see. We have a new comment from Big Booty. I have not been to a Room Escape conference, but I did do an escape room where we had to break a bar of soap to get a key and had to cut a wire to open up a door. It was a prison-themed room.
Are you sure you had to cut that wire?
Did you drop the soap? Big booty and all?
Boo.
You brought it on yourself. You brought it on yourself, Big Booty.
I'm sure you're a wonderful person.
Yeah.
At least I certainly hope so.
But I guess a bar of soap would not be horrible, but then you'd have to make a new bar of soap for every game.
You just buy a lot of soap, or you go to a lot of hotels.
Whittle it out.
Depending
on how big the key is.
There are tutorials online about how to make your own soap.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine it's any different than doing the Iceman statuette that we had to do for Puzzles and Corks. You just make the mold and you just plop the key in, drop in the elements, and there you go.
But cutting a wire is a dangerous thing for an escape room to have, because then which wire do they cut and which one do they not cut? And if they cut the wrong, if they just happen to see a wire and cut it, you don't want that to be happening.
One of the things they had at the conferences were the workshops. Not to say that those weren't valuable, but they were too hard to follow along.
Like the Arduino one.
Yeah.
Especially because you had to pay extra to get.
Yeah, you got to walk in with a lot of background knowledge to kind of take part in those. So I don't think that worked out that well. But like we said even last week, the biggest thing that comes out of these things is meeting people.
Networking is always good.
And kind of seeing that you're in a very, very big pond. And there's all different size fish in this pond. There's multi-million-dollar escape room companies at this point, and then there's $30,000 escape room companies. So
the thing that I got from it that I was very happy about was that the general direction the industry was heading in was the direction that we were kind of headed in as well.
Right.
Like we felt the way that the industry was shifting, and we also got that impression from everybody we were meeting that the industry was shifting that way. So it's always good to see that your future plans are validated and that you're heading in the right direction as a business.
Well, I mean, there was always predictions right off the start that were talked about at the first Room Escape conference that the haunt world was going to take over the industry. In a large part, it has.
Yeah.
Because they already had special effects artists, and they already had
the space and
right.
And
a lot of them just ended up converting a quarter of their zone into an escape room or whatever it may be, and they already had the ability in house to kind of pull together a lot of what has to be done in an escape room.
Yeah.
You know, I think now next step is upping the game beyond that. Let's see if the Haunt people could keep up with theme parks. You know, and where that goes, because now, like, we're building bigger and bigger. So, you know, it'll be interesting. And this industry is still so new that to say, like, it'll be interested to see where it is in 5 years, because it's only been 5 years that the industry's even existed. So, you know, kind of take this as a middle ground, halfway point. Let's see where it is at the other end of the timeline. And, you know, if there's anyone even still doing 1 room, 1 hour games, or if this becomes something much, much larger. Yeah. It's not going anywhere. That's one thing I think even the conferences have shined a light on, is that the industry is going nowhere. It's here to stay. People enjoy immersive entertainment. But it's definitely changing. And getting so much more expensive to freaking build.
If you want to do it right.
Freak Show is costing us. And we hope you'll join us next time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't below. Like, comment, subscribe.